Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your bonus reading. Same question for each zodiac sign. So this is for Pisces. The person you're waiting for, will they step up to the plate, commit, communicate, or take some kind of action? Yeah, I do see things. There is momentum here. Yeah, but I think some of you here, there's this been there, done that inner energy. So I do think you may be thinking of, moving in another direction here. But I do see this opportunity. I do see competition or just confrontation, drama, something to do with a lot of drama. Now, I wonder if this is somebody who has a habit of coming in out of the blue. So like I say, there's a little bit of drama here. Yeah, maybe there's competition. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's about the two of you coming together. I think this is someone who just comes in out of the blue looking for action. Yeah, I think you already know the truth. I mean, there could be competition here. I see multiple opportunities. But I do see this energy of this person coming. There's this drama energy. There's a lot of obstacles and challenges. Yeah, it could have to do with someone's day-to-day life, but it looks like there's something that's a habit. The person may have this habit of just coming in when they want action, but there's competition. So I do think there's things that you know that you've already learned. I do think you're thinking of cutting this person out. But I do think that, I mean, it's about their lifestyle, the way they conduct themselves. And I mean, this is maybe a soulmate connection here. It's all about connecting, seeing eye to eye. I feel like you don't see eye to eye. Could be conflicting personalities. Now, the Queen of Swords often can be a little judgmental, sometimes a little harsh. So there could be some sort of confrontational energy here. Yeah, I wonder if this person's in some kind of a relationship still. Yeah, as far as this person coming forward, I don't know. I mean, I do think that there is movement, gaining momentum. I think it's an energy of maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed if this person comes in suddenly out of the blue, kind of like, they just come in out of the blue. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, someone who keeps doing the same thing over and over again, and then there's confrontation. To me, it looks as though we've got conflicting personalities. I mean, this could be somebody else in their life. I don't know if this person has an ex or someone here, but this is an energy of drama and confrontation. Yeah, it has to do with, there's definitely a lack of harmony and balance. And I wonder if this is somebody who is still with someone else. Or, like I feel here with this habits, lifestyle, the way someone's conducting themselves. This person, maybe they're not faithful. They keep doing the same thing. I do see a Libra energy. Somebody may be giving advice, but it's about justice. Maybe someone's telling you this person's not right for you, or I feel there's just a lack of harmony. Tell me about this Five of Wands. Yeah, so it's an energy of someone who comes in. They come in quick for action. There's a lot of drama. Then there's the breadcrumbing. Lack of reciprocity here. So I wonder if you've been reaching out to this person. So I wonder if this is, I really almost feel like there is competition here, confrontation, somebody confronting someone. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone speaking truth that has to do with marriage, commitment. I think you already know, to be honest, that this person doesn't want to commit, or they're already in a relationship, already married. Yeah, we have a King of Wands energy. I don't know if this is somebody involved with somebody else. But I feel here that this is someone who generally, when they want something, they go after it. And you can see they come in quick. They're rather spontaneous, basically no warning. But generally, this is just somebody who's quite bold. So I wonder if you're reaching out to this person. I mean, I wonder if this person's in a relationship. Has there been confrontation from another person, an ex? Tell me about the tradition. The tradition. See, it looks like a habit or a pattern. I'm seeing a pattern. Yeah, see, suffering in silence, not saying, it's telling you to speak up. Speak up and speak your mind. I think this is somebody who's kind of not being fair. They just don't want to commit. or they're actually in another relationship. But I'm wondering if it's yourself reaching out to this person. You keep reaching out to them and they're not reciprocating. It could go either way, though. Tell me about this King of Wands. Who is this person? What are their intentions? Yeah, this is someone ignoring someone. I feel this is just an energy of someone who's maybe not interested, but I feel like, there's this energy of missing opportunity. But I think this is someone not interested. I feel like you already kind of know the truth. I feel like you're just suffering in silence and feeling sad here. Yeah, I see this energy of manifesting. I see some Libra, Gemini energy here. So it's someone who has everything they need. So I don't know if you're being manipulated or you're just really trying to manifest this. Because I feel this is somebody who's kind of not interested. I think you already know. Someone's ignoring someone, not reciprocating. I mean, this could be another person telling you, to just cut this person out. But yeah, I do think you're trying to manifest this. They're ignoring you, not reciprocating. Let me see what else I see here. Tell me about justice. Yeah, so somebody not coming in right here. You have the King and Queen of Cups. And I wonder, I feel it's just an energy of someone not being fair. There's unrequited love. They may have feelings, but for some reason they're not reaching out. Now, it could be somebody who's in love with somebody else here, too. But I see the same thing keeps happening. So I'm wondering if it's yourself reaching out to this person, and then there's confrontation, drama. Now, I don't know if they're creating the drama. There's a lot of drama, and there actually could be. It's also, too, I see someone trying to avoid confrontation. But it's somebody who's not conforming to society's rules. They're not playing by the rules. They kind of do their own thing. It doesn't matter how they feel. I feel this is a non-committal person, or they're actually in another relationship. But it's someone who keeps doing the same thing. Somebody's doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. And I do think you're kind of trapped in each other's energy, but I feel like this is somebody, and I mean, maybe you have a choice here. Some of you may have choices. So maybe it's somebody telling you just choose somebody else. The other person's not interested. You may be missing opportunities with someone else. But I mean, maybe you're not interested in the person who's coming towards you, the one who wants to connect. Really interesting energy. But yeah, I'm not so sure this person's going to reach out. Yeah, I see a guarded defensive energy, somebody pushing someone away. Maybe you stood up to this person. And it does look like it has to do with drama and confrontation, but I wouldn't be surprised with that. There's a little jealousy in some way too. Maybe this person's connected to someone else. I feel like you're just kind of suffering in silence here because it is a non-committal, somebody who's not following society's rules. They're not being fair, or something isn't fair. Tell me about tradition. Tradition. Yeah, see, is this an energy of, it's an energy of someone who's a bit of a free spirit, but it could be someone who hasn't broken free from something from the past. They're still thinking or dealing with something, but I mean, this is an energy of breaking free, but it's often somebody who keeps coming in when they want attention. Now, I wonder if this is somebody giving someone unwanted attention. They keep reaching out and the other person's ignoring them. They're not interested. But I do see the energy of two, so it is possible some of you have someone else, you're pushing them away because they just come in maybe when they want attention, but someone's giving someone unwanted attention. Somebody is chasing somebody here. Chasing after someone. So tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a person who makes up excuses, Really be careful of the story someone tells you, because if it is someone who keeps coming back around when they want attention and they create drama, it's this feel sorry for me. So be very careful of someone who tries to take advantage of you because you have feelings. Okay? I mean, it could be someone making up excuses, but there could be, maybe it's an apology that you want for some sort of confrontation. It all depends on your situation. But I mean, there's this person here, somebody who literally knows what they want. This is someone I feel that doesn't really know what they want. But I do see this pushing, maybe you're pushing this other person away. But this is an energy of somebody maybe standing up to someone. But it's an energy too. I feel like you've got this energy of someone who isn't letting anyone in. Like, they're not interested. Someone may be blocking someone because they keep chasing after them, giving them unwanted attention. Very defensive energy. Now, this could be something that you're saying, too. If it's yourself, you're giving an ultimatum, or you're standing up to somebody and then they push you away. Maybe you're, and I also do see here, some of you, it's actually where you never had a chance to defend yourself, so you're suffering in silence. And I wouldn't be surprised if there is somebody who does reach out here, but like I say, it's somebody who makes up excuses, and I do see confrontation, jealousy. I know someone's trying to make someone jealous. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not so sure if you're going to hear from this person, because I do think it's someone here who doesn't know what they want, or they're really literally just not interested, and they may have other things going on. I mean, they could be dealing with a divorce, a breakup of some kind here, where they've got too much going on, and it's possible you have someone who just doesn't know what to say. Somebody here doesn't really want to talk. So there's definitely been an issue. Tell me about the Magician. Yeah, see, it's about trying to manifest. I feel like you're trying to manifest this person. I feel like you actually, you really care about this person, but I feel like, yeah, I think for some of you, they're definitely just not interested, at least at this time, because I feel it's at some point they don't know what they want, they don't know what to say, so it's an energy of blocking someone or pushing them away. But I feel like you reached out, and I feel like, I don't know, like you never got the chance to stand up for yourself or to say what you wanted to say, because I see this suffering in silence. Now, I do see a masculine or feminine Pisces here, so it's probably different situations for either one of you. Tell me about this King of Cups. What is this person? See, they're focused on something from the past. They're trapped in a situation in their head. Yeah, see, this is an energy of someone who walks away. Someone's trying to walk away. Someone keeps coming back around. So there's definitely someone getting a lot of unwanted attention. So it's an energy of someone who's trying to break free. Now, it could be someone trying to walk away and, from a relationship, and the person keeps coming back in, fighting and arguing. I mean, it could be conflicting personalities as well here, where two people just don't get along with that masculine energy. But some of you definitely have a person who's walked away from a situation. Now, I don't know if they come back in making up, if you have a person who comes in, somebody who comes in and makes up a story feel sorry for me because this person's angry, they're upset, they're mad, but it has something to do with them. But, oh my gosh, yeah, there's definitely several scenarios, depending whether you're the masculine or feminine energy here. It's somebody who's definitely chasing after someone. But it's an energy of someone here who I don't think is actually free or single for some. Because it is about chasing attention. But there's some sort of, it's an energy of someone who can't seem to get a break from someone. And it probably is someone leaving a relationship behind. It's possible somebody wasn't faithful. It's also a sense of, lack of loyalty. I mean, this could be this person trying to walk away from somebody here. But I see somebody either giving someone an ultimatum or literally cutting them out. But there's definitely something being learned. I feel like you've learned something here. Very interesting. But yeah, I don't know if this person will reach out or not. It's a possibility at some time they may reach out. Maybe there's apology. But I don't know if I would let this person in. I mean, if you have choices, I do see somebody who's definitely confident, bold. They already know what they want. The other person doesn't know what they want. But it's about, and I gotta tell you too, it's like, I definitely feel this unwanted attention where someone's chasing them, giving unwanted attention. They get chased. Or someone just keeps coming after them. They can't seem to cut a break or make this person go away. So I feel this blocking, just ignoring. I feel someone's tried blocking someone, ignoring them. Yeah, but some of you, it's like you're suffering in silence. You want to talk to this person. You never got a chance to stand up to yourself. So I feel there's this definitely unfinished business here. We have the Chariot. So this is an energy of, putting on the brakes. Some Cancer energy here as well. See, putting on the brakes, taking a look at this. I do think it's an energy eventually, you're going to come to that resolution, I feel, where, and I mean, it has to do with resolution, definitely, and there's unfinished business, but I feel it's an energy of putting on the brakes, taking a look at this situation. I actually feel like some of you, if you have somebody with a King of Wands energy, they may come in here and take control of this situation, but it's like things are out of control. There's chaos, conflict, drama. So I do think this person, if it is the same person where they eventually take control of this, I don't think it is. I feel like there's two. But I feel it's what it's telling you. Whatever has happened in the past, it's an energy of this energy of somebody who the same thing keeps happening over and over again. People won't commit, or there's conflicting personalities, jealousy, drama. But I really feel this is another person. If you have this person who, see, it's all about control. So there's a power struggle. There's this power struggle, this control, but it has to do with someone taking the lead. And I feel like you're not going to say anything. You're suffering in silence here. So, but I do think this is someone who's going to take control of his situation and kind of break free from this person. So there's someone here who's dealing with someone. Yeah, it's crazy energy, but it is possible you could hear from this person, but I don't know if the two of you will come together. And I do think, quite honestly, while you're in this, you're learning, maybe it's yourself too, like learning things about this person, their habits, their lifestyle. So be very careful what you're manifesting. Because if you've dealt with this kind of energy before, and it's where you kind of know, it's all about truth. It's like getting to the bottom of something here, where you feel like you need to defend yourself, or you never had an opportunity. But it could be this person too. I do think we have a person getting unwanted attention. Someone's chasing someone, coming after them, and they just won't go away, and they're not interested, plain and simple. So it is possible this is someone comes in and takes control of the situation. But yeah, crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's choices here. And it could be where you've been through this experience this before. So be careful what it is you're manifesting. I don't know if you got a person who's very controlling, or when they don't get what they want, they put on the brakes. But I don't know. I wonder if it's yourself in the end that's going to. Tell me about the Princess of Cups here. Yeah, it's an energy of being prepared, staying grounded, looking at this situation. I feel like you're kind of prepared to deal with this. You feel prepared. Now, I wonder if this is someone who has choices as well here. Sometimes you just have to face the facts. Sometimes there's someone who's just not interested. Maybe you're not their type. Someone is putting on the brakes, taking another look. But with the Queen of Pentacles here, this is about being grounded. I don't know if you actually, when it comes down to it, if you actually see a future with this person. But I feel like you're just kind of preparing. Yeah. I definitely feel this energy of somewhat independent, looking out for yourself here, but I feel, like I say, I feel like it's telling you to be careful what you're manifesting, because I do see an energy of control, power struggle, conflicting personalities. Now, either they're dealing with this or you've dealt with this before. But if you have someone who keeps coming in and they make up excuses and put on the brakes, they definitely do not want to commit. Okay, this is somebody who's definitely non-committal. So I feel like it's telling you to, because I do see this manifesting, and I do feel there's this desire. I think this person wants it. You've got a person who definitely wants to come in. because there's love here. It's about making choices. So I do feel there's someone here you don't see a future with, but I still feel like some of you have this other person. There's still the suffering in silence, not saying anything. But it is maybe where you're just going to block this person, you know? Yeah, I mean, I really feel that if you got two, there's definitely somebody here who's absolutely going to just keep making up excuses. And I feel like you've got choices. See, choices in love, making better choices. I feel like it's telling you to be careful what you're manifesting here, because you're trying to manifest love, but it's also about staying in control of your emotions, not being ruled by them. So I don't know, it could be where there's drama, confrontational, and it could even be, I mean, if you're in that energy, we have some strong Gemini energy here with someone who, I don't know, confrontational. I mean, but I do see truth, something being learned. Feel like you have everything you need to manifest your desires. You have what you need to manifest love. But it's telling you to, because the Queen of Pentacles energy is someone playing it safe, being cautious. Now, it's possible somebody here maybe feels you're just not their type. So it's about looking at that, okay? Yeah, because I feel like there is another energy here. This King of Pentacles, this is definitely a different person. It's a whole different energy. What does this person want? What do they want with Pisces? Yeah, there's desire. There's an attraction, a spark attraction. See, I feel it's about yourself choosing the right person, choosing the one. You know, often we just have to realize we're just not right for someone, because I see conflicting personalities. But someone keeps making up excuses. So I do see tradition, habits, doing things in a traditional way. And I do think you have a person who has this habit. I actually feel like you're going to start seeing a pattern. Yeah. But I do think this is a lot to do with yourself too. Yeah, but definitely I feel this energy of another person here who, you know, there's a spark, there's attraction, there's a lot of desire to manifest. I feel this person actually wants to come in. They're going to take control. It's about taking the lead. So I feel like you're just not going to make any kind of a move here. And it could be because you've learned something because of another person here. So yeah, I feel this could turn out all right with this other person. And it's just an energy of someone being bold. They really literally could be anyone. Yeah, it's all about a home, a comfortable home, laying down that foundation. See, there's change. Some of you are going to move on from someone. I actually see moving, relocating. But it has to do with this person coming in here. Somebody is coming around, but you've got this person, I feel, who either comes back around and then puts on the brakes. So I feel like you're going to take back your power. I feel like you're looking at this. You're the one who's going to put on the brakes with someone, because it's like the tables are turning. So yeah, I do feel like you have someone who's likely going to come back around. But this is about yourself being grounded, because the Queen of Pentacles is telling you to stay grounded, be practical, sensible, okay? Because I feel it has to do with someone who's constantly doing this. It's like they don't want to commit, somebody who's non-committal. But this person, I feel, is manifesting you. There's desire, but I see that physical attraction. So it has to do with someone who maybe, just be careful of anyone who just comes in when they're looking for attention. They're looking for action, you know, but they never commit. So the only person that can really change this is yourself. But I do see a reason to celebrate. I do see somebody who's traditional. See, someone who's more tradition. See, I feel it has to do with society's rules, traditions. Somebody who comes in, they pick you up, they take you out, they take you home. See, because the tables are turning. There is change coming. So to me, it just looks like an end of a chapter here. And I feel like it's telling you it's time to just walk away, because I do, and I feel like too, you have somebody who maybe have just walked away from someone. They don't know what to say. You know, it's often people that come up with this energy. I mean, it could be, feel sorry for me. There was an argument, a fight. This person, you know, cut me out, or they did this or said that, you know, poor me. So always listen to the story, because anybody who comes in with that story, the poor me, they did this, you need to really look at that. So I actually feel like you're learning something here. Yeah. And I do feel too, and some of you just have someone who just doesn't know what to say because they're dealing with somebody somebody who's creating a lot of drama, fighting, arguing. And they actually, for some of you, they actually could be this person where they're just, they just don't get along. So, yeah, pretty interesting. But yeah, you got somebody coming back around. But if you have two, you're definitely moving on from someone. It's telling you to be careful what you're manifesting, though. There is desire, though. I see two people manifesting each other, and there is a lot of desire, physical attraction. But just be careful of what someone's intentions. I feel like you're going to want to know what someone's intentions are. See, I feel like you're just becoming wise through this, too. Yeah, see, it's about movement, making a move. Yeah, I actually feel like there's no going back. I feel once you make up your mind, I feel like strong mind, strong will. Once you make up your mind, there's no going back to someone. Yeah. But if you have a person who keeps coming in and doing this is where you eventually put on the brakes and take control. It's about taking back your power. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stress, anxiety, and some regret here. I mean, it's possibly something you said that you're regretting. Because you may have kind of got, a little PO'd at someone here. But like I say, I feel like it's telling you to just kind of ground yourself and calm down. Yeah, see, self-sabotage. You may have sabotaged something, but I also feel some of you have sacrificed. There's this energy of someone who's sacrificed for someone. So I do feel like you're learning not to. Whatever you do, just don't give too much. Never give too much to somebody. If someone ignores you, rejects you, don't respond to them. Don't keep reaching out to them. Yeah, but if you have someone doing that to you, like I say, you may just decide to block somebody here, like enough is enough. See, there's the cycle ending. See, yeah, see the fresh new start. Somebody definitely is coming in. They want a do-over. I do see a do-over. Now, maybe it's yourself. It's all about yourself making a decision. I do think you're going to have to make a decision at some point. But yeah, I do see somebody coming in, offering you the cup. They want another chance. Somebody maybe regrets pushing away, blocking you. But I definitely feel if that's the case, just look at what they have to tell you, the story they tell you. If it's a feel sorry for me, and I, quite honestly, I do see that for some of you. But I definitely feel there's this unrequited love. And quite honestly, unrequited love is sometimes a person who feels a little overwhelmed. They don't know what to say. Okay? But it's somebody who's dealing with possibly another person. But it's about being fair. Somebody coming in right. Somebody definitely didn't come in right. They weren't fair. But really, it's telling you to watch your words. Now, I'm almost even wondering if this is the person they were dealing with. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not even yourself there. But, I mean, the energy's here, and I can see speaking up, speaking your mind. But definitely watch your words. It's saying to be practical, to stay grounded. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is also a patient energy. But it has to do with some sort of commitment, making sure you're on the same page. What are their intentions? I do think this is definitely an energy of love. I do see someone contemplating, looking for clues and answers about this path. So you can see, so some of you may have some of this energy, but if you got a person who keeps coming in, feel sorry for me because other people cut them out because they're creating the drama, you may know who that person is, okay? Don't let somebody take advantage of you. I think you're becoming wise here. So do take care. Yes, I feel there's someone here you're going to hear from. But I feel the ship has sailed for another person basically here. I don't like the energy of this person who comes in, feels sorry for me. And I do feel that you've experienced that. They come in with the story out. They cut me out. They did this. They did that. If you get some of that, run. Break free. Okay? Because with this person, I sense somebody who never... they create the drama. And that's what I feel. They're creating the drama. And I wouldn't be surprised if this person knows they are. Because they won't commit. They're non-committal to anybody, everybody. Yeah, someone who doesn't play by the rules, you know. But I do think you have somebody here who, I feel there's two, and I do think there's somebody here who's contemplating going down this path. Somebody else who I feel you reached out to this person or came together at some point and they didn't know what to say. That overwhelming energy, because you see multiple opportunities. You may get a little overwhelmed, and that's why I feel be careful what you're manifesting. Just be calm, look at it, and be sensible. Stay grounded. And I do see there is some sort of reason to celebrate. And I wouldn't be surprised somebody invites you to something. Okay? If you have somebody who always wants you to invite them to your home, you might want to look at that twice. But yeah, I do see an invitation, a do-over. Somebody wants another chance. They regret pushing you away and may have been overwhelmed, but there's definitely that poor me person. Yeah. And it is somebody who'll likely sacrifice love because they absolutely do not want to commit. And that's what I feel, the sabotage, somebody who purposely sabotages. So, see, and I feel like you're self-sacrificing. Don't sacrifice yourself for somebody. Look out for yourself, because the Queen of Pentacles is here. The Queen of Pentacles looks out for the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Take care, and we'll see you soon.